Six p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Pakistan today launched its first lunar orbit mission iCube Qamar from Hainan, China. Prime Minister says Saudi leadership has assured all-out support for Pakistan's prosperity, which is welcoming. Foreign Minister has urged the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to formulate a joint strategy to influence global information networks and their content regulation policies. At United Nations, Pakistan has once again raised the issue of India's financing and sponsoring of terrorist groups to disrupt China-Pakistan economic corridor. 7 Palestinians were martyred in Israeli bombardment on Rafah area of besieged Gaza Strip. The fifth and the last T20 between Pakistan women and West Indies women will be played in Karachi this evening. And now the news in detail. Pakistan today launched its first lunar orbit mission iCube Qamar aboard China's Chang'e E6 lunar probe from Hainan, China. iCube-Q has been designed and developed by the Institute of Space Technology in collaboration with China's Shanghai University and Pakistan's National Space Agency (SPARCO). The iCube-Q has 2 cameras as payload for imaging lunar surface, imaging Earth from lunar orbit, and Moon and Earth together. The mission will facilitate scientific research, technology development, and educational initiatives in space exploration. President Asif Ali Zardari and the Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif have felicitated the nation and scientists for launching the first lunar orbit mission of Pakistan. In a statement today, the President congratulated Institute of Space Technology and Chinese mission organizers over this achievement. He said Pakistan's first lunar orbit mission is a major milestone in space program of the country. The Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in his message said Pakistani scientists, engineers and skilled workers are proving their mettle in this field, like the expertise they exhibited in the nuclear technology. He also appreciated the core committee of the Institute of Space Technology, including Dr. Khurram Khurshid, all the members of the SPARCO team and students who participated in this project. Shehbaz Sharif said after this significant achievement, Pakistan has entered a new era of purposeful space usage. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has expressed hope that visit of Saudi business delegation to Pakistan in next few days will prove productive. He was presiding over a meeting in Islamabad today to review the progress of Saudi investment and projects in the country. The meeting was briefed about the upcoming visit of Saudi businessmen and their expected investment in different sectors. The Prime Minister thanked the Saudi leadership for promoting investment in Pakistan and taking measures for the country's progress and prosperity. He told the participants that the Saudi leadership has assured their all-out support for Pakistan's prosperity, which is welcoming. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar has called for joint action by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to confront rising Islamophobia. He was speaking at Foreign Ministers' preparatory meeting at the 5th Islamic Summit of the OIC in Banjul, the Gambia. The Foreign Minister said increasing Islamophobia is manifested by an increasing number of incidents of discrimination, violence, and incitement against Muslims around the world. He urged the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to formulate a joint strategy to influence global information networks to harmonize their content regulation policies. The Foreign Minister reaffirmed Pakistan's full support for the inalienable right to self-determination of the Kashmiris and Palestinian people. Minister for Interior Mohsin Naqvi and Minister for Defence Khaja Muhammad Asif visited Allama Iqbal International Airport in Lahore today. They witnessed the working of ASF, ANF and Customs and reviewed the existing passenger facilities at the airport. Speaking on the occasion, Interior Minister directed for increasing immigration counters to save passengers from hassle of waiting. The Defence Minister directed to formulate a plan in order to facilitate passengers in checking process. Naval Chief Admiral Naveed Ashraf has highlighted the role of Pakistan Navy in regional maritime peace and stability through maritime security patrol. He made the remarks during his visit to headquarters of People's Liberation Army Navy at Qingdao, China. The naval chief met Chinese Navy Commander Admiral Hu Zhongming and discussed bilateral naval cooperation and regional maritime security issues. The Commander of People's Liberation Army Navy appreciated the role of Pakistan Navy in joint maritime security in the region and emphasized the importance of strong bilateral maritime cooperation. This is Radio Pakistan. At the United Nations, Pakistan has once again raised the issue of India's financing and sponsoring of terrorist groups, especially TTP and BLA, to conduct attacks in an attempt to disrupt the China-Pakistan economic corridor. Speaking at a debate on culture of peace in New York, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, said India's extraterritorial state terrorism is not limited to Pakistan only. He called for an end to harsh suppression of Muslims and Christians in India, which has become systematic since the BJP-RSS government assumed office in 2014 and fueled the ideology of Hindutva. Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is one of the most dangerous places of the world where people associated with the press and media face killings, death threats, abductions, beatings, harassment, detention under draconian laws. According to a report released by the research section of Kashmir Media Service on the occasion of World Press Freedom Day today, all these brutalities have made journalists' everyday work extremely difficult in IIOJK. The report revealed that 20 journalists have been confirmed killed while performing their duties during the ongoing freedom struggle since 1989. Meanwhile, the IIOJK authorities again placed senior APSC leader Mirwais Umar Farooq under house arrest at his residence in Srinagar and barred him from offering obligatory Jummah prayers at the historic Jamia Masjid today. 7 Palestinians, including 4 children, were martyred in Israeli bombardment on a house in Rafah area of besieged Gaza today. The martyrdom toll of the Palestinians in Israeli aggression since October 7 last year has risen to over 34,600. Meanwhile, World Health Organization has said that the agency has prepared a contingency plan in case of an Israeli incursion into Rafah. The Palestinian Prisoners Society has said that 53 Palestinian journalists are currently detained by Israeli forces. In a statement marking World Press Freedom Day today, it said 43 journalists detained under October 7 have been deemed forcibly disappeared because Israel has provided no information about their status or whereabouts. The 5th and last T20 between Pakistan women and West Indies women is being played in Karachi this evening. The match will start at 7:30. West Indies women lead the series 3-1. And finally, the weather. Cloudy weather with rain and windstorm is expected at isolated places in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, North Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and Upper Punjab during the next 12 hours. However, gusty winds and windstorm is expected in South Punjab and Upper Sindh during evening and night. And now the headlines once again. Pakistan today launched its first lunar orbit mission, iCube Qamar, from Henan, China. Prime Minister says Saudi leadership has assured all-out support for Pakistan's prosperity, which is welcoming. Foreign Minister has urged the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to formulate a joint strategy to influence global information networks and their content regulation policies. 7 Palestinians were martyred in Israeli bombardment on Rafah area of besieged Gaza today. The fifth and last T20 between Pakistan women and West Indies women will be played in Karachi this evening. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.